class. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Veronica, and today we are going to be doing a practice for our hips. This very important structure is what helps us to stand, sit, and move with fluidity both on and off the mat. If you'd like to use any props today, I invite you to bring any blocks or blankets to the mat with you. And when you are ready, let us begin our practice. So coming to our mats in a seated position for Sukhasana, easy seat, you can sit up on a blanket or a block to help support your spine, or you can stack one heel in front of the other, or you can bring one foot under the opposite knee. Just begin to ground down through the sits bones, allowing them to spread across the earth, allowing gravity to draw your knees down to the ground, maybe placing your hands on top of your knees and resting them there. Allow your tailbone to draw into the earth and rise up through your spine, sitting up nice and tall through the crown of your head. Draw your lower belly up and in so you can get that length through your spine. And now I invite you to take notice of your breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Just noticing the quality of your breath today. Maybe it feels a little warm, a little cool in your space. Just deepen the breath as you extend the inhale and lengthen the exhale. Drawing the breath all the way down into the belly. Allowing the belly to expand on the inhale. Navel draws to spine on the exhale. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Beautiful. Let's begin to add some movement. So let's bring our palms down to the ground and walk our hands out in front of us. We're going to press our fingertips into the earth and lengthen through the spine, allowing the sits bones to remain grounded into the earth. And then we can just fold forward, coming onto our forearms. Again, allowing that tailbone to ground down, allowing the hips to ground into the earth. Reaching the crown of the head forward, lengthening through the spine. Breathing into the back side of the body. Let's inhale and lift. And walk our hands over to the right side. Coming over our right knee. We're going to extend the fingertips forward, lengthen through the spine. Inhale. Exhale and lower. Making sure that that left hip is drawn down to the earth, staying anchored to the ground. Lengthening through that whole side body. Breathing into the space between the ribs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And let's walk back through center over to the left side of the mat. Over our left knee, let's reach out through the fingertips, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release down towards the knee. Anchoring through that right hip. Reaching through the right side of the body. Inhale, lift. Let's walk back through center. And once more, reaching forward with those fingertips, lengthening through the spine. Exhaling and releasing. Coming down to the forearms, grounding the sits bones down, reaching the tailbone down to the earth. Take a few inhales here. Beautiful. Let's inhale and rise up. We're going to come to all fours for a tabletop. So uncross the legs. Bringing the shoulders over the wrists, spreading the palms nice and wide, hips coming over the knees. You can tuck the toes, or you can bring the tops of the feet down to the earth. Now, if you have any knee issues, you can also bring a blanket under your knees. If you have any wrist pain, you can make your hands into fists and press them into the earth. Otherwise, finding this grounding position, lengthening through the spine, tailbone drawing away, crown of the head drawing forward. Let's press away from the earth, drawing the navel up to the spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll do a few cycles of cat-cow. So on the inhale, let's drop the belly, lift the gaze, reach the heart forward. And on an exhale, we're going to round the spine, draw the chin towards the chest, draw the tailbone beneath us. Good. Inhale into cow, dropping the belly, reaching that heart forward, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding the spine. A few more like this, moving at your own pace. Inhale. Moving with the breath here. Exhale, round the spine. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Let's take one more wherever you are. Beautiful. Coming back to center, back to our tabletop. We're going to inhale and extend the right leg behind us. On an exhale, let's round the spine, bring the knee up towards the nose, and step it through the hands. We're coming into a low lunge, so knees directly over that front ankle. Keeping the fingertips on the ground. We're just drawing that right leg back into the hip socket. Front of the left hip draws forward. Beautiful. Reaching the crown of the head forward. We're going to add some gentle and fluid movement. So begin to push the hips back as you lengthen the front leg, drawing the toes up towards the shin, flexing them back, and then press into that front foot, coming back into low lunge. Good. Pressing the hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits here. Keeping a bend in that knee, and pressing the foot back down into the earth. Moving at your own pace. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, low lunge. A couple more times here, just breathing into the back of the leg. Finding that fluidity in our hips once more. Beautiful. Let's step that right knee back. Coming back to tabletop, we're going to inhale the left leg back. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose and step the left foot between the hands. Stacking that left knee over that left ankle. We're going to keep our fingertips on the ground here. And again, just finding some gentle sway. Inhaling and lengthening that front leg, drawing the toes back towards the shin, keeping a bend in the knee. Pressing the foot into the ground, pushing the hips forward into low lunge. Inhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale, Anjaneyasana. Moving with the breath here. Pulling that left hip crease back. Beautiful. Let's ground the palms down and step that left leg back. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. So tuck the toes And begin to lift the back of the hips up towards the sky as you push into the earth. Keeping the knees nice and bent, we're going to draw the crown of the head down towards the ground. Chest pushes back towards the tops of the thighs. So if you have any wrist issues here, also you can come into fists, or just make sure that you keep a nice generous bend in the knees as you push the weight back. Your heels don't have to come all the way to the ground. You can also place a blanket under the heels. So finding our downward dog, let's walk the dog out, bending into one leg and then the other. Good, maybe you sway the hips side to side, making sure we're pressing into those palms, all four corners. Good. Now coming to stillness, we're going to inhale the right leg high. And let's bend the knee and open the hip up over to the right. Now you can also play with this left foot here, so you can come up onto the toes and lift the heel. Just finding what feels good for you and your body. Good, let's inhale back to center and release the leg back down to the earth. Let's inhale and lift the left leg high this time, bending the knee and opening the hips up over to the left. Again, maybe you come up onto the tiptoes of the right foot, lifting that heel up, feeling a little bit of fluidity. Inhale back to center, exhale and release. Good, everybody, let's bend the knees into lots and lots, and then we're gonna take baby steps as we walk our feet up towards our hands. Keeping the feet hip-width distance apart, we're coming into ragdoll. So folding the front body forward, pressing down through all four corners of the feet, relaxing the head, the neck, and the shoulders down. Belly drawing down towards the tops of the thighs. Maybe you grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. Maybe you shake the head, yes, and shake it, no. Just releasing those muscles in the back of the neck, across the shoulders. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring your fingertips to the ground, and on an inhale, we're going to raise the fingertips up along the shins, coming into a flat back, halfway lift. Pushing the tailbone away, reaching the heart forward, take an inhale, exhale and release. Now press down and through all four corners of the feet as you inhale and rise up, reaching the arms up overhead. Palms can come together, drawing them down towards heart center. Good, coming in for our mountain pose here. You can bring the feet together so the big toes touch and the ankles are slightly separated. Let's extend our arms down by our sides, opening up the palms forward, really grounding down through all four corners of those feet, keeping a gentle bend in the knees, drawing that lower belly up and in so we can lengthen up through the spine. Maybe you tuck the chin slightly to lengthen through the back of the neck. Good. On an inhale, let's reach the arms up high. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, bring the fingertips down to the ground and step back with the right leg. And then step back with the left leg. You can bend the knees, bringing them down to the earth, coming into a plank or a half plank. We're going to hug the elbows in as we lower the front body down towards the earth. Chaturanga. Beautiful. Now roll the shoulders onto the back and lift the head, lift the chest into cobra. Draw, pushing down through the pubic bone, tops of the feet. Inhale, exhale, release. Tucking the toes, pressing the knees down, or engaging the legs to lift the knees and pressing back up into plank and back into downward dog. Good. From here, let's inhale the right leg high. Exhale, we're going to round the spine, draw the knee towards the nose, and step the foot to the outside of the right hand. Good. So hands are coming towards the center of the mat. Right toes can be pointed out at a 45-degree angle, spilling over that edge of your mat. You can bring the knee down here, coming into lizard pose. You can stay up on the fingertips, or you can press down into your palms. Let's broaden through the collarbone, opening up that heart space. Beautiful stretch for our hips here. You can also keep the toes tucked and push that back heel away, engaging the back leg for a little bit more strengthening. Everybody inhale, exhale. Now ground down through that left hand and bring the right hand to the inside of your right knee. We're just going to push that right knee away slightly as we open up and twist towards the right. Good, letting that heart shine forward. Rolling the right shoulder out to the back. Twisted lizard. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands back down through center. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step back for plank. Draw the elbows in towards the torso as we lower down chaturanga. Hands by the rib cage. Inhale, press through the pubic bone into cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, inhale into plank. Exhale, downward dog. Good, other side. Let's inhale the left leg high. Exhale, round the spine, knee towards the nose, and step it to the outside of the left hand. Toes can point out at a 45-degree angle, spilling over the side of the mat. You can lower the back knee if you'd like, or keep the leg engaged with the heel pressing back. Palms are spread wide, broadening through the collarbone. Let's reach that heart forward. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's ground down through that right hand, taking the left hand to the left knee and pushing towards that left knee gently as we open our torso up towards the left, drawing the shoulders onto the back, twisting that heart space towards the left. Twisted lizard. Inhale back to center. Bring the left hand back down towards the ground. Lift the back knee, step back into plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. Exhale. Push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees. And step, walk, jump, float, all the way to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Beautiful. Here we go. Let's inhale the arms high. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back. Plank. Lower down, chaturanga, hugging those elbows in towards the midline. Pressing the pubic bone down as you inhale into cobra. Exhale. Pushing into plank. And back to downward dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, round the spine and draw the knee towards the nose, stepping the right leg to the outside of the right hand. Again, coming into our lizard pose, you can keep the back leg lifted, pressing the back heel away, opening up that heart space forward. Bringing our right hand to our right knee, opening up to the right for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, release back to center. Now we're going to walk that right foot back towards the center of the mat and bring our right hand to the outside of the right foot. We're coming into our high lunge, pressing that back heel away. We're going to inhale and lift the torso. That right leg draws back into the hip. Front of the left hip draws forward. Inhale, you can reach the arms up high. Draw the lower belly up and in. Shoulders down from the ears. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands back down to the earth. Step back for plank. Hug the elbows in, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Coming into our left side, inhale the left leg high. Exhale, round the spine, knee towards the nose and stepping the left foot outside of the left hand. Coming into our lizard pose. Toes can splay off the side of the mat, pointing at about 45 degrees. We're broadening across the collarbone, shining that heart forward. You can also lower the knee down to the earth. Big hip opener here. Let's press down through that right hand, bringing the left hand to the left knee, opening up that side body towards the left. One big inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back down to center. Let's heel toe that front foot towards the center of the mat and bring the left hand towards the outside of the left foot. So we're coming into our lunge position. Back heel presses away. Front knee over front ankle. On an inhale, let's lift the torso. Allowing that left leg to draw back into the hip socket. Front of the right hip draws forward. Drawing that lower belly up and in. Inhale, reach the arms high. Lower the shoulders down away from the ears. Beautiful. Big inhale. Exhale, release the hands back down. And let's flow. Step back for plank. Hug the elbows in. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra, reaching the heart forward. Exhale, downward dog. Bend the knees lots and step, walk, or float up to your hands. Coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, coming all the way up. Hands draw down through heart center. Mountain pose. Beautiful. Let's inhale the arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stepping back. Plank position. Inhale, hug the elbows in and lower down, chaturanga. Pressing into the pubic bone. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. This time, let's inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Step the left foot between the hands. Coming into our high lunge, crescent lunge, making sure our forward knee is stacked over that forward ankle. Lifting the torso. You can bring your hands to your hips. Now pull back on that left hip crease and draw the front of the right hip forward, squaring the hips underneath us. Drawing the lower belly up and in. Let's inhale the arms high. Draw the shoulders down from the ears. Good. Big inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to begin to lower the back heel down towards the earth, turning the foot out at about a 45-degree angle. Pressing into the back pinky toe edge of the foot. We're going to coming into our warrior two. So let's drop the hands down, opening up towards the right. Good. This front knee stays over the front ankle. Pressing into that pinky toe edge of the foot. You can also step the foot out a little bit wider if you need a bit more space for your hips. Good. You can also take the pinky toe edge of your foot to parallel with the back of your mat, whatever feels comfortable for you. Finding our warrior two here, extending the arms out, dropping the shoulders down from the ears. We want to draw those upper arm bones back into the shoulders as we reach out through the fingertips. Good. Now imagine somebody's pulling back on your back fingertips. So bringing your rib cage right over your hips. Good. Drawing the lower belly up and in. Big strong posture here. Big inhales. Good. Let's bend that front arm, placing the forearm down onto the thigh. And we're going to inhale, drop the right arm to bring it up overhead, side angle. So pinky is going to face down towards the earth. We're not dumping into that arm either. We're lifting up, opening up that heart space. Heart shines up towards the sky, reaching through the fingertips, pressing down through the pinky toe edge of that back foot, reaching through the whole side body. Beautiful. Inhale. The arms come back to warrior two, reaching back with those back fingertips. Exhale, let's windmill the arms back down to the earth. Step back for plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful work this time. Let's inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, making sure that knee is stacked over that ankle. We're going to inhale, lift the torso, drawing the front of that right hip crease back in space. Front of the left hip draws forward. Lower belly draws up and in. Nice strong core here. Let's inhale, reach the arms high. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, making space between the shoulder blades. Beautiful. Coming into our warrior two, we're going to begin to ground down through that back heel. Foot comes out at about a 45-degree angle. You can also step the foot out a little bit to make space for your hips. Beautiful. Opening up towards that left side. Reaching out through the front fingertips. Let's draw the upper arm bone back into the shoulder socket. Reaching out through the back fingertips. Imagine somebody's pulling on you just slightly so you get your rib cage stuck directly over your hips. Front knee stays directly over the front ankle. Big, beautiful, powerful posture here. Big inhales. Exhale. Good. Let's bend the front arm, bringing the forearm down to the tops of the thigh. We're going to drop that left arm and bring it right up overhead. Pinky finger faces down towards the earth. Again, lift the torso so you're not dropping into that front thigh. Reaching forward and through the left fingertips, opening up that heart space up towards the sky. Big breath in. Side angle pose. One more inhale. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, windmill the arms back to warrior two. Reaching out through the front fingertips. Let's embody this posture for one more breath. Exhale, windmill the hands back down to the earth. Step back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Bend into the knees and step, walk, or float all the way up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Press down into the feet. Reach all the way up. Palms come together in front of the heart. Beautiful. Let's go through that sequence one more time. Big inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Hug the elbows in as you lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Step the left foot between the hands. Coming in for our high lunge, crescent lunge here, pressing back and away with that back heel. Front knee over front ankle. Let's begin to lower the heel down to the earth. Taking the toes out at about a 45-degree angle. Opening up the arms towards the right, coming into our warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Now take a look at your arms. Make sure your shoulders are staying down from the ears. Back fingers are reaching towards the back. Front fingertips are reaching forward, making sure those ribs are stacked right over those hips. Pressing down through the back heel and the back pinky toe edge of that foot. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Let's lower the front arm down on the front thigh. Reach the right hand up and over. Pinky faces the earth, reaching through those fingertips. Beautiful side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, coming back to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's windmill the hands back down to the earth. Stepping back. Plank. Lowering the front body down. Inhale, cobra. Pressing back to plank and downward facing dog. Inhaling the right leg high. Exhaling, knee towards the nose as you step the right foot between the hands. Inhaling, coming into our high lunge, pressing back and away with that back heel. Front knee over front ankle. Beautiful. Let's lower the back heel, pointing the toes out at a 45-degree angle. Opening up towards the left. Coming into Virabhadrasana 2. Reaching back with those back fingertips, making sure those ribs are stacked over the hips. Drawing the upper arm bones into the shoulder. Reaching through the fingertips, big inhale. Exhale, bend the front arm. Draw the left arm down, up and over. Big side angle stretch here. Breathe into that side body. Allow the breath to travel into the spaces between the ribs. Beautiful. Inhale, back to warrior two. Arms reach out, opposite sides of the room. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands back down. Step back, plank pose. Hug the elbows in as you lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees and step, hop, float up to your hands. Forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and press into your feet, root to rise all the way up. Hands come down to heart center. Let's open up the palms, coming into our mountain pose. Just taking a moment to notice how we feel. Notice your breath. Beautiful. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Bringing the fingertips down to the earth. We're just going to heel toe our feet out, nice and wide, so that the toes are coming off the sides of the mat, heels are coming in. And very slowly, we're just going to gently lower our glutes down, our tailbone down towards the ground. Coming into Malasana, Yogi Squat. So if this is not accessible to you, you can also place a block under your tailbone, or you can keep your knees together. Even if your hips are coming off the earth, that's also perfectly fine. Wherever you are, just begin to ground down into your feet. You can bring your palms together at heart center, pressing your elbows into your knees, knees into the elbows, making space in the hips. Let's lengthen up through the spine here. This is a beautiful posture, an ancestral posture that reminds us from where we've come from, the way that our ancestors used to sit, and even today, the way many tribes people still sit and squat. Let's begin to reach the arms forward, round the spine as you begin to send the glutes down towards the earth, bringing them down, down. We're going to roll back onto our back, slowly lowering down to the earth. Good. We're coming into happy baby pose. So drawing the knees towards the chest, tugging them in nice and tight. You can stay right here. Maybe rock side to side, releasing the lower back. If you'd like, let's reach for the outer edges of our feet, bringing the arms to the insides of the legs. So elbows are coming to the insides of your knees. Grabbing the outside edges of the feet. Let's reach the soles of the feet up towards the sky. The knees are moving towards the armpit. Opening up the hips for our happy baby. This beautiful hip opener. Maybe you find some fluid movement here, swaying from side to side if that feels nice to you. Allow that heart space to open up. Feel your tailbone grounding down, down towards the earth. Let's come to stillness for a few breaths. Everybody inhale. Exhale and release. You can bring those knees again towards the chest and hug them in nice and tight one more time. Take whatever position feels comfortable for you. If you need any other posture before we end the class, feel free to take it now. And when you're ready, I invite you to find a comfortable Shavasana. Extending the legs long. Lengthening the arms down by your side. Begin to relax the entire body down into the earth, allowing the legs and the feet to relax, toes splay out to the side. Allow the hips to soften. Feel the natural curve in your lumbar spine. Allow your back body to soften down, down. Relaxing your arms down by your side. Relax the wrists and the fingers. Relax your jaw and your face. Maybe you soften your gaze or close your eyes. Just taking a moment to allow our bodies to integrate the work that we've just done. Allowing the breath to release any further areas of tension. I invite you to just relax and let go here. You can stay here for as long as time allows, and you can end the class in our final Shavasana. Or you can come up to a seated position, taking another moment again to just draw down, grounding our sits bones down into the earth, lengthening up through the spine. Let's inhale, bring the palms together. Bring them in front of our heart center. And we gently bow and say namaste. I thank you for sharing your practice with me today.